But I do know that we cannot faith. We need to believe that God is going to work things out when we trust and follow Him.
And then she started rapping.
Be afraid, do not be discouraged. I know you hear me. I know you see the Lord.
I'm like a child on my knees, all that comes to me is
A simple star, a simple bed of straw, and a sleeping child. Draw close. Look carefully. What do you see? If you look with eyes that are focused on the world, you will never choose the road to Bethlehem. If you look with eyes that are focused on yourself, you will never see the child nestled in the hay. And if you look with eyes that are half closed, you will forever be lost in a dark, silent night. This Christmas, gaze into the manger, open your eyes, and let the child awaken the child inside of you. Then run back into the arms of your loving Heavenly Father and thank Him for the most wondrous Christmas gift imaginable, the gift of His Son, Jesus Christ. Do not spend one more day waiting for the coming of Christmas, but spend every moment rejoicing that Christmas has come once, now, and forevermore.
formless and void, darkness surrounds, the earth is still. Where is your sound? Spirit of God, among the night, then said the Lord, let there be
and celebrate. Father, he decided he was going to stay home. Why? Well, because he was for religion, and he was for morality, and he was for good people being good people. But when it came right down to it, all that stuff about an incarnation, about a baby being born to save us, he just couldn't understand how that could really be true. So that night, he looked at his wife and kids, and much to their disappointment, announced that he would be staying home that Christmas Eve. As they went on to church, a little bit brokenhearted, Dad made himself comfortable in the easy chair and propped his feet up in front of the fire and just tried to enjoy a quiet evening to himself, when all of a sudden in the night he heard a thump against the picture window in his living room, followed by another thump and a thump and a thump. And he looked out into the snow there and realized that a flock of birds was trying to fly into his picture window. See, they had been caught up in the snowstorm that evening and they were lost. And realistically, he knew that if they were left in the cold much longer, the entire little flock of songbirds would die. So he wondered to himself, well, what can I do? And he realized that he could open up the barn that his children kept their little pony stabled in, and perhaps he could get those birds into the barn where they'd be safe. And so he did. He went and he opened up the barn and he turned on the lights, but no birds came through. He went in the house and he took a loaf of bread, broke it into little pieces, and tried to make a breadcrumb trail to get them to follow, but the birds were cold and they were trying to find a warm place. They weren't interested in food. And finally, he thought, maybe I can shoo them in there. Maybe I can flap my arms and I can wave myself around and I can get their attention and get them to go from my window. But as soon as he got any distance away from that picture window, they just circled back around to what they thought would be safe, to their destruction. As he pondered the problem that night, he came to a realization. The only way I could save these birds would be to become a bird myself. If I were a bird, they could